Hey, how's everybody doing, man? Welcome to Talking Shit. It's your boy Stan, M3, and the sophisticated jerk up in here. So before we jump into these topics, man, how's everybody doing?
Doing good.
All right, man. Y'all know we causing up some frenzies out here, man. People said, "Hey, man, y'all been going in, y'all tearing it up out here."
I want to thank the world for giving us the material.
You ain't
Without
lying,
you,
yeah.
none of this would be possible.
You ain't lying. Shout out to y'all for messing up and screwing up in life.
And
Right.
giving us examples on what not to do.
Who
Nah,
ever
facts.
felt like we will make such beautiful content off of the mistakes of other people and the lack of common sense and judgment? Keep doing that. Keep liking that area.
Nah, it's funny. I was talking to my sister and I was like, hey, man, I was like, I'm about to become the voice for all fuckery out here. And I was like, look, I feel like I was like, me standing them three. I was like, man, I feel like we're helping people out. Cause I was like, hey, look, people that got their stuff together, I was like, man, we get to look at these examples and we get to avoid all this stuff that mess in our life. So we use this as entertainment, but also as like a learning lesson. So it's like, man, you ain't gotta go down these paths. Just like tune in. We'll give you a little taste of it where you could just go back. We're a little boring because we're structured and stuff, but it's just like, hey man, we will look at this and get entertained by their mistakes.
Yep. I'm learning so much. And even if you make mistakes, learn and man, get out of it. Don't stay stuck.
Oh yeah. Nah,
Yeah.
facts.
Mm.
But yeah, speaking of mistakes and screw ups, the first clip that we're gonna watch today is the one lady that was on I can't remember the name of the podcast, but she was talking about her husband was a simp pretty much for getting with her when she had 3 kids. So this is probably one of the most brutal clips I've ever seen in my life. But you know what? She was speaking that honesty and this when women's like, why guys be saying this stuff? They don't want to be messing with baby mom. She's like the reason why y'all need to rein y'all females in and stuff. So yeah, let me pull that clip up.
All right.
Yeah, that shit hurt my heart when I see it. But I was like, you know what, man? Guys do need to see this shit.
Yeah, but is it really simping though?
It is.
She called it. She called it. She
What do
called
you-
well, we got to hear it. We got to hear it. And she gives a reason why.
But I feel like he already won already. He got the draws. He gave her the kid. Well, oh, sorry, she already had her own kids. Never mind.
Yeah, it's we'll answer it on the back end. Good question. Yeah, we're gonna definitely. But all right, let me go ahead and play this.
Do a lot if we really feel it. It's the ones we don't like. We make them do it all.
So you ain't like your husband.
I ain't trying to embarrass my husband even more on the internet, but he was a simp and I seen the opportunity and I took it.
What I'm saying, what his qualities was.
I mean, for one, he accepted the fact that I have 3 kids.
So you got 3 kids too,
I have 3 children.
and a nigga supposed to come with the bag.
They supposed to come. And that's why you have to have a bag.
Yeah.
Like you got to take care
So
of
I'm
me
saying,
and my kids.
so like you automatically get these responsibilities.
Yes,
Stop playing.
I'm not playing.
And how many niggas doing this?
I have between 2 or 3.
I'm saying, how many have you ran into in life?
Okay, so let's say I run into 100 dudes. Probably about 4 of them.
Yeah, they're about the odds. I
Probably
fuck with
about-
that. Now you,
Probably about
they're
4
about,
of
they're
them.
about the odds. All right, all right, all right.
I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah, that's
Up the
not, yeah, no.
number.
So that kind of sound like you are delusional. You just catching, it's just a sucker born every day.
Basically.
Yeah, because you know what I'm saying, a nigga that's, so you ain't never caught no nigga that's worth something doing that though. Am I kidding?
I probably have one. See, the way this game work is you have to get with a man who ain't used to dating bad.
Okay, hold on. Let me ask you this question. So she's talking all this at a live or a pre-recorded show, and the guy's still with her. Like she's talking while she's still married. I just want to make sure I get that understanding. What she was
Yes.
Yeah, that's the thoughts that I get. Yeah, I think she's still married and stuff.
She's still married.
Oh Lord. And okay, well, she already made it clear that she doesn't have respect for her husband. But goddamn, like that's a little mean right there. I ain't gonna lie. I know for me, if that couldn't be me in that type of situation, like your ass would have been out the door. Well, no, I wouldn't even been with her because like of those, bastard children from someone else. So you already
No, we're not gonna call them that. Those are your stepkids.
bastard step kids. Okay, Stan.
It's
But
like,
no, but on the real road, right? Empty, love the kids somewhat. But anyways, I just feel like that was like a little bit too much to the top. I get it, right? You really think you really believe your husband's a simp, but because he took you in while you had children. I feel like right there, you already setting other baby moms up for failure because when guys already hear this and they already get taught anyways to stay away from single mothers, particularly like, well, I ain't gonna go by with race, but we know what they be talking about.
mm-hmm.
And then you having somebody that talks like that, that's like, really incentivizing most men to stay away from the majority of them. So I don't know, man. That chick, like, she's not in her right mind anyway. So
No, I don't think. I think she's in her right mind. She knows her mark. She plays the numbers game, right?
Yeah.
She said that 4 out of 100 women get catcalled all the time, so she can get she knows what she's pulling. And I'm sure out of the 96, she still got something out the 96 that came her way, because she says she's a bad B. And from her accent, she sounds like she's from my hometown, Florida, Miami, South Florida. So she's pulling them in. And also, right, although she's married, she's still active with 2 of them. 2 more. So she's still got an income coming from 2 more guys.
wait, you mean she's sexually active? You talking about with those 2
No,
guys?
she's entertaining 2 other men.
Yeah, she getting them finances.
Mm-hmm.
Man, definitely disrespectful. But like I was saying earlier, man, I think it's good that they coming out and they brave enough to be vocal. Because, a lot of times I think, man, guys in the back, before like all this stuff started coming out, it's like everybody had to just make assumptions. So, it's like when guys like us say, like we was like talking to guys and like, man, you need to avoid this. Oh, man, it ain't gonna happen to me. My angel would never say nothing like that. So now we getting the sound to everything. And it's just like, oh, shit, guys gotta, it's like, man, you're hearing it from the horse's mouth. So, yeah, this is, the sad thing with women like this, it's like, man, you're getting a second chance. You got 3 kids. You should be the nicest person. You should be you should be kissing their ass, throwing rose petals at somebody's feet that they even talking to you. Cause I know y'all was talking about like, hey, M3 like the kids a jerk. Don't. I got 1 kid. You got that means if I take somebody with if I'm even considering somebody with a kid, you can only match my number 1-on-1. I ain't coolie. I ain't taking 1 + 1. It's a 1-for-1 deal. Like, damn that.
Suppose it's twins and she couldn't help it.
No.
Identical.
I got 1 kid. So that means if I was like looking for a single mom, because I was like, hey, I do understand, like, you should target somebody, 1 kid. You talk about, well, I got 2. Hey, you have fun. Because you ain't about to put me at 3 if I had like the discipline not to to wrap it up and get cut afterward. I was like, hell no, you ain't put no other extra ones on me. So you mess with her. Like
discipline. You're not allowed to discipline the child.
I'm saying if I had the discipline to like not have a bunch of kids, I ain't about to increase my number because you lack discipline. So it's like I got 1, you got 1. Hey, that's 2. With her, it's like if I got with her, that gives me 4. And here I was doing the right thing. But exercising constraint, and here she is. It's like, hey, no, hell no.
On the international internet, she went and called you a simp.
What was that?
That part, like, so her husband, like, she's calling you, if the husband, like, she'll call you a simp on the international internet, like, for everybody in the whole world, or even the aliens in the sea and in the sky, like, oh, she's a simp. But before that, right? You know what she said before that? It's the ones that we don't like. We make them work hard for.
Yeah, facts.
And that means she doesn't like him.
No, she put herself in a position where, she has to settle now. So that's why she's even comfortable like getting on this podcast, and this is circulating. Everybody's got to look at it, and it's just like, man, just like you were saying, Stan, with M3 ass, like, man, you said like she's in her right mind. Yes, man, you got to be so screwed up where you're jumping out here and you're doing these clips, embarrassing that dude like that. So now hopefully he's got some backbone. He like, man, I'm up out of there because
No backbone. He's staying for life.
nah, he don't, but he might have enough people coming to him where he's like, shit, I gotta salvage my rep,
But
this is bad, man.
Right? But is she really settling though? Because what if she already have like, again, just me speculating, she probably already have like dudes that she's already smashing. It doesn't mean she have to be faithful to the guy. I mean, if you go and disrespect him out to a public, I know you cheating. Or maybe you have an open relationship. Who knows?
She's settling from the circumstance. Like she even said, like only 1 out of 4 is, even considering like the baggage she got. So she's just by like, I'll say the numbers that she spit out, she's settling. But I mean, like what you're saying though, M3, it's just like, man, there's always a dude that like has the self-esteem of a rock. So that's going to take that on and stuff, for whatever circumstances. So it sometimes looks like they might not settle, but nah, that's why she's bitter now. That's why she got that, when she speaks, man, she got that aggression because like, man, with women could no longer like attract what they really like, man, they settle, they feel like they're settling, man, they get bitter, like she's sounding, they get disrespectful. So yeah, you can tell like she's settling. What's good, Stan?
Or she's winning and she's baiting the other guys.
You said what?
She's winning and she's baiting the other guys. She got the best for baiting, like she's luring men in.
Baiting.
Like she,
you tripping?
I'm just saying, cause like, yeah, he don't throw it down like you. It's only you, but he's the father of my kids. You don't know no better, so you decide, dude. And she got 500 other side dudes, or 50, or 5 more. Either way, she got a home to stay at, cars paid up, kids are taken care of, and she could be out tonight on on somebody's internet and go ahead and broadcast drinking some wine with another full-grown man. We don't know what they did afterwards because that sexual tension in that room was very high.
You think that dude gonna smash?
Mm-hmm. Yep, a lot of sexual tension there.
But so then that goes to the point that she's living her best life, possibly.
Yeah, she's winning, man.
So yeah, y'all saying she might be, but man, this is a hood chick. I mean, she's
winning. Oh, she definitely winning.
That shit don't even matter no more. Look, man, hood or not, I'm telling you, but because the world's so messed up with these simps and it's oversaturated. Look, a woman could do 1,000 crimes to a good man, turn him to a straight villain. She ain't gonna get her karma. At the end, you know what she's gonna get? Another dude that's gonna save her and her many children.
But this is why I'm saying she's gonna lose, because man, like, chicks like this think short terms. So man, when she starts getting, because just think about like Vivica Fox and what was the one that played Diamond, the Brat sister.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Lisa Ray.
Yeah.
All right, these were women that were once somewhat idolized, and they got like terrible results at the age when they older. So you think this project chick is gonna get better results with all this baggage? That's what I'm saying. She ain't got a chance in hell.
No, she is, because you know why?
You out your mind.
There's a man out there's like, as long as I got a woman on my side, this is my prize in life. And she's like, you got a pension in the SSI.
He's gonna be old and he's gonna be white.
And no, he's your brother. He's gonna have diabetes, can't keep it up. And
she's not gonna sell for no Church of Chicken type of dude.
No, but he got a pension, sir, and he can't really have sex. All you need to do is give him some melatonin, and he's good to go. He's knocked out.
So you said this cat gonna be on his deathbed, like just happy somebody around. It's okay, I can see that, but yeah, it's got to be terrible. That's the only way. But
It's
even
not
then, she's not gonna be winning. That's why that's not a.
winning. See, unlike Lisa Ray, she will get down with a bus driver. She will go ahead and get with a CPA. She can get it. She will go ahead and introduce him to the finer things in life, like brunch, take him out the Phantom of the Opera, or the Wizard of Oz, or whatever play is playing out.
Okay, you know what? I could see it now because you said she's just like she ain't even shooting for the even the middle of the pack. She's like, my target audience is the bottom. So yeah,
exactly,
okay,
right? Exactly. George Foreman. You know what I'm saying? She could see him, wink, get him, go to Las Vegas, get them over there. I mean, she's winning. She's because us men, and I'm sorry guys, but I'm gonna just say it. We are thirsty for love. And we thirsty for love.
now I'm starting to see it now. I see what you're saying. I don't know about the winning. We can use winning. We need to rephrase that. She gonna be all right.
No, she's winning, man. Again,
I can't put winning on a thought, man. I can't put winning on a slore.
Look, she's married. The man taking on 3 of her kids, right? If he's good and he's vested in his job, because some jobs they pay for your kids' college funds, right?
I just don't see it.
Invested. That's 1. 2, if he's paying for stuff and they gone to a custom of living and he's been the father and doing all this stuff, oh, go ahead and divorce me. I won't get that money.
Man, she ain't got no. She on a green couch drinking cheap wine. She ain't got no standard of living. Stop it.
But the kids do, sir. But the kids do. The kids are going to the good schools, and he's taking them to football games and everything, or basketball games, and all that.
But I mean, this is where I think I see what you're saying, but just think if she went to court with one of these guys and she's talking to the judge, like, "Hey, man, I think I need some." What is alimony and stuff because my standard of living. So, the judge is going to look at the address and be like, what you talking about standard of living? You in the hood and shit. That's what I'm saying. You in Section 8. Shut up. Talk about some standard of living.
But the hood just opened up a new Starbucks and Target doing gentrification. They got projection to open up a golf course. Because here's the thing, right? Women are great at code switching, and that's all races of women. Great at that. And another thing that I have to applaud the women for that we as men do not have. They have a network. We don't. I mean, we're growing ours. But they know somebody that can help out with this. They know somebody that could do this. They know somebody could. They have that ready to support each other. So we as men, we don't have that.
But Stan, you think this chick right here could code switch?
Yes. Yes. She got that Shantae Moore weave laid out. That Shantae Moore weave. She in this matching her outfit, looking like a full-on thoroughbred. She's ready to release on the other guy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. You can tell it's good, but I'm just saying, man, she ain't even bright enough to be hide it or reword certain things. That's what I'm saying, man. I just don't see it in the well with this person with this type of foolish pride and stuff.
Yeah, but look, we're standing on the side of morality. I'm looking at there are men that are doing this because they don't want to be alone. And she showed up say hey, it's only for my career and this is helping me. And that's why I'm trying to be an actress or something. Whatever she's telling him, right? That she has to play a part. And that's why she's on the podcast. He doesn't know there's some truth to it. And yeah, man, she's winning. Sorry.
So M3, you agree with Stan? You think she's winning out here?
Yeah, unfortunately she is, man. She's going to receive her happy ending. She's going to receive her blessing from God.
Yeah.
For all the crimes that she did to her simp. See, the thing is, look, it's going to be kind of weird how I'm saying this. Like, women are not going to, women like her, okay? As much as we want to say their time's going to come, it's going to come, but it's going to become in a form of a blessing because the main curse comes from the guy from simping. See, God is red pill. I'm telling you, right? He hate. Matter of fact, let me just put it like this, right? I think I'm going to rant just like AMS.
Oh shit.
God hates. Nah, God hates simps, flat out. See, the thing is, man, like that dude would have been blessed with a better quality looking woman or a better quality woman, right? That has a better attitude, but instead, he didn't believe in the power that he was already given.
Okay.
How can you be a man? You could work so hard, right? That's like you jerk, right? You're the 1 percentile. How, like, what does that look like for you to work so hard? Go to school, go to college, get your own place, everything, be successful, and then you're selling like from a chick that like that works at Macy's but just hangs around the corner from Macy's.
Nah, good point. Good point. Yeah, I be acting Hasadiddy. I be having my nose up in the air with thoughts.
I don't know.
They be like, "Hey, how you doing?" I be like,
He'll be the
"I know
man.
your ass is broke. I have my head in the sky. Like, don't talk to me, you broke motherfucker."
I don't know, but man, they're like, why he's still in the hood? Like he'll be like the Tupac that all the girls be dreaming about. He go to church, he runs a business, he's still in the streets. He don't talk to nobody. Nobody know what he's doing. Everybody follow him in the community, and he got a thought for a wife or girlfriend, and she birthed him 5 kids. He's taking care of the 3 other kids she got. I mean, like, could it be that she add value to the life?
Who, her?
Mm-hmm.
Hell nah.
Not that chick.
Oh, come
See, now you're losing me real quick. We was on the same
No
page.
value.
She brings him value. He gets a promotion. It's the Brady Bunch.
He don't have no kids.
Yeah, he do. He got 3 kids, hers.
That's not Brady Bunching. Like you just.
I can't assign value, man. What she brings is entertainment.
She probably
so like to that guy, like you said, if somebody's so empty, then they just want some compassion and stuff. Somebody there, even though it's like disrespectful, is bad, but it just can't be valuable because that person's just sucking the life out of that individual. So I mean, it's just gonna end bad anyways for that guy. Like you say, she might bounce off and get somebody else, but she gonna drain them, man. It's like a leech, man. They can't stop. She gonna just be latching onto the pockets. It's gonna end bad for her, man.
A
leech.
leech.
She should have been waiting for that somebody was willing to like save her. You know what I mean? Because once you kind of get into like that type of situation, you ain't got really nothing going on. I mean, a quality man, okay, will not look past that. They'll probably walk over you and pass you by and look for someone else that matches.
No.
But I get it. I know. Simps just
not even Simps. She got a fat ass. She got some tatas. She got that. She got that extension going on, weaving back and forth. She's probably wearing a sundress.
Let me pull up the photo.
That's like,
but not all asses split ass
butter.
Facts, M3. So what if I was watching earlier? There, some people were like reviewing a clip and they were like rating her. So what would you rate her?
I rate her a 5.
I'm gonna say a 10.
You what?
She pulls in 100 guys, and she
get him out here.
I'm talking about based on like your attraction. Like you seen her, you be like, all right, man.
I give her a 6.
You give her a 6?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, boy, you scared me for a second.
Yeah, you had me nervous, Stan. I was like, shit, we gotta get Stan's eye. I was about to get some bread together. I was about to so you salute, like, hey man, go to the nearest
LASIK surgery.
Get them done. Get it LASIK. I'm gonna get you a pair of glasses. So okay, you say it's 6, Stan?
Yeah.
Okay, well you said, what about you, M3?
I was gonna be nice to say 5, but I'll just say like a 4.
Damn. Okay.
I don't like her at all. And
Yeah,
I'm talking about
I got her at a 5. You know, like a straight up average. Stan, you on mute.
I said the total is that she's at a 16 or 15.
wait, a total for what? Okay, you gotta elaborate now.
No, you said 4. As
Oh.
and I say 6. So her total is she's 15.
Oh,
So
divided by 3.
4, 5, 6. I got you.
Yeah, because I mean, not busted, but I mean, yeah, just not the baddest for them to be like, yeah. So the dudes must be at an all time low. Them guys that's like taking on this thing. So yeah, y'all might be right as far as like she knows who to target. She's just like, okay, that dude look lonely, so I'm snatching him up.
I understand. Like, there's plenty of like single moms that look way better than her and have more kids than her, but still they look way better than her. She's just like she's a below average type of woman talking like she's like the greatest thing that you ever walked in the face of earth around.
But she got the greatest man to pay for her lifestyle. It's a number games. You heard her. Out of the 100, I can get 4. It's a numbers game. It's just like us as men when we go out. Out of the 100 women that we can meet, we probably could get 2 or 10, right?
Mm-hmm. No, that's facts.
Right?
So
the numbers game playing. So I'm gonna say she's a winner.
I can't, man, because even when you place her up like normally, like if a female, say like her odds are so low that where she's like netting now compared to like other chicks that don't have the baggage, they're damn near 90 out of 100. So
but here go about us as men. Let's be honest here. We can do it. If a woman got 10 kids, we probably will go ahead and marry her too.
Oh hell no.
We're men, we'll do it. We'll take it on.
Well, some like guys that bottom out. So yeah, some guys gonna get in there. So yeah, I'm not even gonna lie, like she ain't gonna get nobody, but yeah, it's definitely gotta be somebody that like borderline brain dead, like the spoop in there. Cause you imagine you're going on a date, man, y'all sitting there, y'all talking or whatever, and you're getting to know each other and you're just asking questions. So hey man, you have any kids? Like, yeah, I got 3 kids, and you start going down that line of questioning. Like, I'm pretty sure there's like multiple dudes in that. So you're just like, how bad you got to be just to be like, oh, this. Okay, I can move forward on this.
We did a show when the guy said, "With the more kids you get, the more money I give you, like 100 per kid."
Yeah, my man, but he was struggling out here,
right? But there are men out here. They like. All right, I'm going to say in the way for the men. I think men need a clan, and they just going to get their clan in their pack any way they can. I think men really want families, and if you already have a ready to go family, that's more the better for him.
I could see it, man, because I do know some cats that they cool with it. It shocked me. So it's just even though it's like crazy for us. Yes, there's some guys that's true, man. That's the sad part, man. So yeah, but because that's even why she has that confidence. Like I could come out here and talk this shit, bash these dudes, and some of y'all suckers is still gonna line up, But I like what M3 said earlier, where it's like, man, God hates simps, and I kind of agree with it.
Does he really?
Yeah, man. Because think about it, man. We're supposed to be in his image. He don't want no weak dudes out here. So it's like, man, if you're a dude that's like so weak that you're taking this stuff and you're taking the disrespect, I know God got to be pissed. Like, man, why the hell I make this? He's just got to be upset. Can you imagine you created something and it's supposed to be like strong and stuff, and it's just sitting there. Oh, I'll take your last name. Those are my kids too. God's like, man, give me a thunderbolt so I can take this cat out.
I'm gonna leave that alone. I'll leave that for theologians to come in, like Bolo.
Look, God's like, I didn't.
Yeah, I apologize, Bolo.
Bolo will come in. I'm like, I don't know, man, because I don't know.
Well, because I'm just looking at it from the lens of like, man, he would have like weakness. I'm not saying like, man, say like if she was just nice personality. I mean, I still wouldn't do it, but I'm just saying, if a guy didn't have his stuff together, it would make sense. He'd be like, man, she treats him like a king. But man, when she out here like this, man, there's no way, man. Like, God would be like, hey, move forward on that.
I wonder if her current husband is probably a Christian.
Man, you know that they do be doing some wild stuff, man. Like, because I mean, think about it. A lot of those corn stars, you know, we gotta say corn and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, man, whenever they want to retire, man, that's where they go. Because I was like looking at one of them. I was looking at the interview, and it was like she got in the church and married like one of the head guys now. So that's facts, man.
And there's another one. She's a prophetess at a church. And
okay.
Yeah. I mean, there's quite a few. So, and only saying like, not saying Christianity is weak, but the whole thing of like forgiveness and then moving forward and having a new walk of life is reality. But her, not saying she's a Christian, she probably did get married to a guy who probably turned to a Christian, and she's not leaving. But that's what I'm wondering, because some stuff Christianity would, things that we normally don't do, we probably would do it because as opposed to what's kind of where I'm looking for.
I know exactly what you're saying, because man, I literally had this like conversation with somebody, and they were like trying to tell me like, man, you're supposed to forgive and forget, and you got to show grace. I was like, look, man, I understand people's pain, but I don't mean I got to pull you in my damn life. Like, you know, I understand, man, you want to talk about stuff, but it's just like, when it comes to shit, if you go over certain boundaries, I don't have to pull you in my life. So I do see what you're saying. I think people get it confused. They just like, well, you went through that phase and I could get with you. I'm like, because you still got a certain mindset. And it's like, I ain't taking no chances. I ain't do none of that stuff. So,
that's the whole thing of
like, I will be nice to you. Hey, I will treat you humane and stuff like that. But as far as like getting with you, damn that. And I do think a lot of people have that like mindset where it's like that guilt trip. Like you're what you're saying, Stan. So I definitely agree with you, because I literally just had this conversation. I'm like, man, y'all use that stuff as a crutch, because
because like the crutch is for the person who knows it and how to use it for their own benefits. I would say this about forgive and forget. You're never gonna forget. If that was the case, we could easily reset it and just a reset button and forget everything you know. You're always gonna remember, because you need to be triggered when things are getting alarmed, like things about to go back, and you're like, yo, what's going on? Because you about to go backwards again. I think for a lot of times, a lot of people, they use that so they can go and get away with stuff.
I think so too. That's a good point.
Right? And that's not it. I can forgive you and not have you in my life. Forgiveness does not mean I gotta accept everything that goes on. I can forgive you and move forward. And also, if you accept somebody in their life, things going to change, or in your life, things have to change. Forgiveness does not mean that it goes back to the same. You cross a boundary, we see it as a boundary. Now we have to move forward and move differently. So for me, that's how I see it, and that's how I have to live by it. Other people, they'll go ahead and do this stuff, and then you're supposed to accept. And I think where we have to learn from Alcoholic Anonymous, right? They say that you're alcoholic not because they want to keep you trapped. It goes into like, yo, you got to know that you have this weakness, and you have to build your network and ask for help. I think like when people say Christianity, they say they're a Christian and saying that they're not a sinner. It's like, yo, you're not in heaven yet. You're not perfect. You still sin. You know what I'm saying? And again, to anybody who's a theologian, a minister, or a pastor, this is your expertise. This is not mine. Don't come after me. I'm not going to nobody's Bible studies. But
well, I always took the forgive and forget as like, I'm gonna forgive you, but I'm also gonna forget your ass out of my existence. I'm not pulling you in. So
you can do that because sometimes those people are not good for you.
Yeah, I couldn't do it because I was literally having this conversation. I was like, man, once people do certain things, it's like, man, I'm gonna treat you humane. I'm gonna try to send you to the right people, like for information. But as far as like me, like actually, like say, like if I was single, dating them, or hell no. Like for those that can, shout out to y'all, but hell
But you know what
nah.
that is, SJ?
What's that?
It's you don't know them anymore. So now I have to relearn you. That's
Well,
what I got to relearn you. I don't know you, so I don't feel safe around you. So now I got to relearn you. That's the whole thing. Like kids, that's why I always tell people like, "What's supposed to say be adult?" I'm like, "F that stuff." I'm gonna be like a kid because kids be like, "Remember when you did this? No, you're not gonna have my crayons. You remember when you did this? That's why we can't play again. Don't." And I tell my, they tell their moms like, "Don't bring me back here no more." I mean,
but Stan, my thing is just like, say like I did some stuff that was over the top.
yeah,
I don't have that mindset of like everybody should accept what I did.
no.
So on the same note, it's just like, man, if I'm sitting there and I'm going out my way, like what I was saying earlier, to be disciplined, like I said, I got one kid, man, so I'm not accepting certain things, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Yeah,
I just feel like sometimes people need to step back because I was like, if I'm doing some stuff that's like kind of out of order against the society norms, like I'm not gonna be sitting there tripping if people like, man, you stepped over the boundaries. I could get you help. I'm gonna do this for you. But as far as like I can't
yeah.
accept that as far as like a person I want to have a relationship with. I can't be mad because I was the one that stepped over them lines. So
Yeah, yeah, you're right. I mean, it's the thing about you, like you forgive yourself and you go back to the back cave and reinvent yourself, and then that's it. Like if people accept it, they accept it. If people don't, they don't.
that's a
But
good topic we might have to explore, man. Does for the forgive or forget thing, man? We might have to look into that. M3, you got anything on that before we?
Hey man, if you cross me, I ain't forgiving your ass.
My man, so that's also direct.
hey, when we do that, I only got a request. Like besides Bolo, I want to bring D on that.
Oh, you want to bring Mr. Best?
No, D. Mr. Best, too,
Damien.
but Damien, yeah.
Oh, Damien.
Okay.
Damien. Okay.
Yeah, we'll
Question
figure
for him
that
was,
out.
like, how do people in the relationship learn how to forgive each other after an argument, build trust, and move forward?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'd be a good topic. But yeah, I can't do certain things, man. I'm sorry. Like But all right, man, we'll go ahead and jump into the next topic, and it somewhat ties into this, man. So I don't know if y'all like been looking around, and there was a lady. I'm married to a monster, and she was just talking about her trophy wife life, and
ISIS,
yeah, that's her name, Isis.
yeah. For the sake of this, I want to say allegedly because they are still in court,
Oh, okay.
so it has to be alleged, like because she had to scrub everything off the internet.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Yeah, because I saw like some, when she came out with the, original like video, and that's the one we're gonna watch where
Okay.
it definitely sounded sad, but at the same time, it's just, I think it's a good video for people to review because it just shows like, I always used to say it before this came out. I'm like, when we was on those lives, with Will, and we're
yeah,
tell females, because, they'd be like, oh, the guy is predatory. I'm like, y'all predatory too, because if you chasing a guy just for his finance, no, I'm dead serious. When two predatory behaviors, like when people are like, guys are sometimes superficial,
yeah,
and when the female's like materialistic, man, it don't end well. So that, I think it's good for people to talk about this stuff, because even with the first topic, it's just like, hey, man, we're talking about this stuff, man. It could serve as prevention. Some people ain't never going to learn and they're going to keep moving with the max, but it's just like, it does give people opportunity. Like, you know what? I'm going to reconsider. I was thinking about doing something like that. Let me not maneuver like that.
Play that one. Did you see the current one? Because before you play this video, because that video been kind of flagged because there was another side to the story. The niece came on.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, so we have to be in all fairness, like for everybody to know, there's an ongoing case. this is fair use YouTube because it was aired on your network too as well, so you can't flag us. And there are some other things that's involved that the husband is cleared of because he didn't do it. And there was
Okay.
like allegedly it's her son, her other son, his older son. So there's another side to this story. Do you date a woman with a child and then you have children and she's protecting that child and not your children?
Okay, I got you. Yeah, I got the other side. I will play some of that afterwards because it's the niece and stuff where she's saying like, what she came on here is lies and stuff. So like you said, yeah, it's a complete picture. But you would thanks for giving them that background, Stan.
Yeah. So we just got like everything here's alleged, then legal proceedings. So everybody just be open minded and yeah.
Yeah, you all right with me, Stan? I told everybody I hated your guts, but man, I'm gonna have to recant all that, man.
Everybody love me.
I told everybody you're. Yeah, I might have to get one of those disclaimer things that M3 got. M3 don't be messing around.
Yo, when I saw this, I thought this was Cardi B at first when I saw it. I was like,
That was the Cardi B? Oh, shit.
no, that's what I thought. I thought it was Cardi B. I'm like, why is she crying?
Yeah, she do look at it. Yeah, she look like her. She do. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and start the video and stuff. So,
hi, ladies. Hi, trophies. Welcome back to my channel. Or welcome if you're new here. If you hear any noise in the background, that's the new baby. A lot has happened since the last time that I recorded. I think the last time you guys saw me, I was in my second trimester. And yeah, I think I did post an update in the community section when the baby was born. And I said that I would be back soon. And that was a few months ago now. I thought that when I came back on here that it would be to maybe do like some kind of newborn favorites or meet my new baby or something like that. But unfortunately, it's been a little over a month since I had to end up leaving my husband. I honestly don't even really know where to start with this, just because it's just such a hard topic. And I honestly thought that by the time I got on here that I wouldn't have any tears left because I've just cried so much. It's like I built this channel and this whole brand around being this man's wife and trying to teach other women how to attract good men and provider men and all these different things. And I truly held my husband or saw him as the bar for what every woman should, type of man that, or type of husband that every woman should aspire to have. And I did.
let me pause real quick. God damn, I don't know if we're going to watch this whole thing, boy.
Yeah, we can't watch it. I'm about to fall asleep.
Yeah.
I mean, you can fast forward it. or something. But
Yeah, I'll
but
play
that's
like a little bit more in the beginning, but we'll probably jump around. But I'll
more
play some of the
go to
huh?
the middle. That baby, the baby kicking in the background was more
Yeah,
exciting.
throwing shit around. But yeah, she's sound like a daycare center in this piece. But nah, one of the things I wanted to point it out, and we've been kind of giving pushback to the whole provider mail stuff. Even the AMS one we responded to, that'll be coming out, if it's not already out. But this is the sad thing I've been trying to tell guys with the provider stuff. It's just like, are even females, and I'm like, man, get with somebody that got character, that's willing to work with you, man. I get it, man. Everything might not be ideal, but whenever females are describing, oh, I just want the provider guy, the money and stuff like that, they never talk about all the other attributes, the characteristics. If he's grounded in spirituality, if he's a person that's committed to family, this is a provider, and stuff. So this is, the flip side, when people, like I said, they're just like narrowly focused on like materialistic stuff, man. It's just like, man, you end up lining yourself up a lot of times with the wrong people, man. And that's the sad thing with a lot of these stories.
But with her, she's also allegedly a sprinkle disciple.
Oh, okay. Damn, yeah.
She's a sprinkle disciple. That's one. Two, I know she classified him as the monster, but you had 4 kids with the monster. She has kids.
she has what kids? So
She has a total of 5.
Oh, okay. Damn. Okay.
He gave birth to 4. That's his.
Oh, so he's on some stepdaddy, step up to the plate
No.
type shit.
No. So allegedly, it's the oldest child that went after his son and his 2 daughters.
oldest child that went after his.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Her oldest child, yes, allegedly.
See, I know nothing about this chick's background, but okay. So the oldest son was from a different man, and then the rest of the kids was from him.
Yeah.
How old was the oldest one?
I have no report on that one.
Okay. And what's up, Wally?
What's good,
Well,
Wally?
hey,
Going on.
So real quick, Wally, we're reviewing that I Married a Monster clip. So let me put a little bit more on. Let me see if she starts getting to the story, and then we'll break it down more.
Mm-hmm.
Knight in shining armor, and
But shout out to the provider guys taking L's out here.
he portrayed himself to be this amazing, upright, righteous Christian man.
Christianity takes a hit.
And I believed him. I think shortly after we got married, and this is something that I haven't talked about, I started noticing like certain things changed with him. And I just started to see a few things that I didn't like, but I honestly thought that some of these were things that I could get past.
Oh, okay.
All right, man. I gotta fast forward this shit. Kid got a whole Lego set in the background.
When I changed her, she was red and very sensitive. And immediately, my first thought was, did someone touch her? Oh, God. Gosh. So I asked her, I said, baby, did somebody touch you? And she ended up saying it was daddy. Told me, but I knew he would be coming home soon, so all I could do was just say, don't tell him that you told me. And I just instantly started trying to think of how I could get my kids out of the house, because I knew if I confronted him or asked him about it, that he would just lie, and that he would probably just continue to keep doing stuff to her, but just become more covert or more sneaky or whatever. As soon as my husband got home, he was actually picking up the boys from school, my two older boys from school. As soon as he got home, I told him that I was gonna go Halloween shopping with my sister, because I just needed an excuse to get out of the house with all the kids. And I knew if I said something like, oh, I'm going to the grocery store, that it would be suspicious. Like, why am I bringing all the kids and like packing things, like things that we would need and things like that. So going Halloween shopping was the best.
God damn, she sound like what was that one movie, J-Lo and Enough?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what it kind of reminded me of, that movie when J-Lo went and talked to the mom and she had the like black eye. The mom was like, "Hey, what did you do?" I was like, "Damn, that's messed up." But yeah, that's what it's kind of remind me of. Allegedly, like Stan says.
Yeah, because the other side of the story, it's yeah.
Is it
If
far
I look,
opposite of what she's talking about?
say it again.
Is the other story far opposite of what she's describing her husband to be?
Yep, very much, because it's from his niece, and she had to scrub everything down because he's going to, one, win all custodies. Two, her oldest child may be put in jail or juvie or something. Three, she might have to fork over that GoFundMe money that went over 200,000 allegedly.
Oh, okay, damn. So
Yeah, this clip, because she's born us. She ain't telling us nothing.
yeah, I'll play a little bit more and then we'll jump.
Thing I could think of to just hurry up and get the kids out of the house. I'm sorry, I had to get myself together. We were only 2 and 4 years old.
And then she also has a newborn.
Huh? So that's 6?
No, that's a total of 5.
Oh, because of newborn.
That's how I came to be. And was also, abused as a child by a neighbor's husband. And I specifically prayed to God that my children would never, ever, ever have to go through this.
All right, I'll go to the other video. Yeah, that one was rough.
Yeah.
But did all that really happen?
That's what they're trying to, I guess, go through everything, and people are pushing back because, that, like Stan was saying, she had a GoFundMe and was raising money off of it, and even before that, where she was like the sprinkle
disciple
lady, she was giving like tutorials, I guess, how to attract provider men and all that type of stuff. So
we can add one more thing that's crazy.
Go ahead.
Even with 5 kids, this allegedly from the niece, that she's still looking for another provider male. Not even divorced yet. And
Yeah,
she's
that's crazy.
and she's getting them.
Already?
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at something.
They
You
winning,
remember the
bro.
one girl? Oh, go ahead, Stan.
Oh, they winning. That's all I'm just saying. They winning.
You remember the one lady, Casey Anthony?
That name sound familiar.
She was in Florida where it was like one of the big cases with her child died or something, and she was acting funny. She went to like you know, she was just admitting a lot of details, like lying about stuff. So she became the suspect. But even when she was like in custody and stuff, all those dudes that were fans was writing her, like trying to hook up with her and stuff. So yeah, nah, there's some weirdos out here, man, that would take on anything. But let me go ahead. I'm gonna play this video because it's the niece right here that kind of gives some pushback.
Sexual assault or rape or whatever you want to call it. And I don't appreciate one bit of the accusations being put out there, especially not just because they're fake, not just because that they're out there just for clout, but because of the fact that this involves a family member of mine who I care about dearly. Multiple family members, if you want to put that out there, because the kids are my family too. But the boys are somebody else's. The girls and the last baby are a part of my family. And if they're being harmed in any kind of way, I definitely would want to stand up for them, for sure. But her son is the one that the baby first initially said that was touching her. My grandmother was changing the baby one day and she seen that it was red down there and she said that her brother did it. Now, when they went to court, the court did not believe what she was saying because Paloma had already ISIS had already put out a case against my uncle because my uncle was furious when he found out that her oldest son was touching the girls. So he went out and tried to, seek help to figure out what he should do about getting her son away from the girls so that they would no longer have to go through this. But as soon as he did that, ISIS went and took papers out on him claiming that he did it because she didn't want her son to go down for it.
Yeah.
On top of all of this, she's sitting over here acting like she's the best parent in the world when if y'all go look for yourself, y'all will see that she has a child abuse case of her own. She tried to put it on my uncle that he abused her youngest son, which loves my uncle to death. But the day that her and her ex tried to put out there that my uncle had abused her son, he wasn't in the state. He wasn't nowhere near. So once they went to the hospital and they took the little boy to the hospital, the one thing that they didn't do this time is the social workers pulled him aside and started asking him questions and asked him, who hurt you? Come to find out, the little boy told and said that it was her. Not only that, her oldest son has sent my uncle threatening messages. He has rubbed poop on the walls at multiple family members' house, including theirs. He has pushed his younger brother down the stairs to the point where he had a concussion, and she didn't want to take him to the hospital because she didn't want them to know that she had, a son that had been abusing all her other kids. And then not only that, he hasn't just touched the two girls, he's touched all three of the kids. He's touched his little brother, he's touched his 4-year-old sister, and he's touched his 2-year-old sister. But all of this will come out eventually.
This is
Shout out to Dorica, our Priscilla boy, for the video, but yeah, nah, man, that's a crazy case. But you know, moving past all the details, man, I wanted to ask y'all, man, like, you know, do you, because you know, like I said, we talk about the whole provider thing, and even, you know, a lot of guys always like, you know what, I'm gonna get the trophy wife, I'm gonna get the young, you know, female, and you know, like I said, it's like nobody's discussing like character sometimes, man. You think people need to somewhat change their dating strategies, man, based on the stuff that we kind of seeing now?
With this case, right? He did take on a woman that has 2 different baby daddies.
Okay, I didn't
Right?
realize that.
Because like the youngest boy, not the baby boy, but the youngest of the brothers, he's from a different father because it was, she said his ex, her ex, and the wife was trying to say that the husband put hands on him, and it wasn't the case. It was her that did it. He forgave, and they went on to have more. They went on to have children of their own. They went a total of 3. But to hear what's going on with the oldest child, and to know that your oldest child is doing the most damage to the family, and but you're trying to protect the oldest child, but this oldest child is destroying the family. And that's an honest assessment when you're looking at this. Like, the touching of all 3 children, and you just have a newborn, that's too much. Like that kid do not need to be in this house.
Yeah, get the help on when you see things. You can't ignore it, you know. And I think sometimes, like you said, people want to defend, but it's just like, man, get the help, you
And
know.
sometimes
So
they
it
help,
just
like, you
don't.
gotta leave. He gotta leave.
But going back to what I was asking, like, do you think like people need to kind of, because like I said, man, obviously the guy probably just went off of looks, you know,
Yeah,
even like in the first one.
you have to be like an all-around selector. Like, looks can no longer just be like personalized. Yeah, I mean, it could be the starter of what will get your attention, but you have to like really judge a person based off her character. If you're not doing that, that means openly you have already seen like the red flags that she's displaying, but you're ignoring it because you're like, well, she looks good, and you know she gonna change eventually once we get married, and that's how you just end up like getting yourself in the hot seat.
M3,
Yeah.
I got a question for you.
Mhm.
What's character? Where's that? Where can you buy that? Because
You can never buy the character though, but you can earn it in your own right. It's
you
it's
know what
all
I'm
about
saying?
like your integrity. You know what I mean? Like, look, I get a stand, right? Not a lot of women have good character now these days, right? In 2024, and it's going to be far less in 2025, wherever you're around, right? But look, there are some women, right, that actually has a trivial amount of integrity that they could actually hold up to. It's rare, like like a one of those like rare like Pokemon like type of characters, but you could eventually find one. You got to take the time to get to know that person. See, the problem is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's so quick, right, to like clap the cheeks, skip over the courtship phases, and then just jump into marriage. You wonder why, like like your marriage, like your relationship wife, like relationship life, like sucks
Mm.
because you constantly overlook the red flags because you know why? The
Sure.
main component is that you're looking for a comfortability rather than everlasting. Well, I ain't gonna say everlasting happiness, but rather than taking the time to put the work to really just say, look, this person's cute. I'm attracted to him, or if it's a woman, uh, the guy's cute or whatever, she's attracted to him. The woman is like sexy, whatever. I'm attracted to her, but you're not really putting that work in to say like, hey, look, I got to be willing to let her go if her character is horrible. If she's a horrible person, I cannot be around. I cannot be aligned with her because you know why? As I said before, God sees what you're doing. He's red pill, and if you're a sucker and you want to put up with that, that's where you're gonna get that curse. See, a lot of us like we want to say like, hey man, like like she's doing this, she's doing that, and in the long run she's gonna get cursed. But no, the curse comes from the man not really like making the wise decisions. You're making poor decisions based off of looks and nothing else. Like I've seen plenty of women that look fine or whatever, but they had nothing to really offer and it was boring. I couldn't even stomach to fuck them or whatever, right? Because how boring they were. You ain't got nothing to offer.
But could
Right, let
it
me
be with this woman, real quick? Could it be with this woman though that she hid a lot of things? Because the fact that the oldest child is pooping and smeared on the walls, not only in their home but in other family homes, and I don't know if they ever sought out the help for that child, other than like she hid it for the long until you can't hide it anymore.
but Stan, the issue with that,
Hmm.
you know, first of all, she had 2 kids by you said like 2 different dudes. You can't hide that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's strike number 1. But also like M3 and I, man, we jumped on I Am the Single Ones podcast. So we was actually talking about kids, and I Am was just like, I got a controversial stance on people dating with kids. She was like, I think like you should be intermixing homes when you have kids. And I was like, hey, honestly, that's not that controversial. A lot of psychiatrists say, man, you shouldn't be actually like, say like if I had a kid and I got custody and I was raising them, you technically shouldn't be pulling people into your household, and stuff. So that's why I'm always clear. I'm like, hey man, I might date a woman with some kids, but we're gonna have to live separately until the kids move out. And everybody takes it as like I'm joking, but I'm like, nah, man, because you got their environment with your kid and stuff. They already probably have a little bit of I'm not gonna say trauma, but they got
They got to develop and have all their own
yeah,
space.
because somebody, they already going through the divorce or whatever, you breaking up with their parent, then on top of that, you're bringing somebody else in where they gotta, adapt to that person, because this is like, hey, you're not gonna allow a kid to, disrespect you. So there's like a discipline thing that's gonna happen. So it's like a weird dynamic for the kids and stuff. So it does like have an impact on them. So I
Yeah,
think with this guy, a lot of guys just want to jump into relationships sometimes, and
yeah, I can't do that.
yeah. So it's just like, they'll jump into them, and not people don't understand, like they don't put the kids first sometimes, where it's just like, okay, I like her, or like the female's like, oh, I gotta get somebody to come in here because they might be financially struggling, and they put the kids like third in the pecking order, instead of everybody like, what, nah, we need to put the kids first, get your home established, we could date, we'll mess up, but we can't, just mess up what they got going on and stuff. So I think that's the issue a lot of times.
Okay, let me. All right, let me make sure I understand this right, because I feel like this ties into a story of a Latino couple, right? And one person.
Wait, before you start, I want for the record that 3 of the guys in here are actually Afro Latinos, except for M3, but he is more Latino experienced than all 3 of us.
Hey, let me before you cook up M3, let me get Wally in there, because I wanted to actually get into it. Yeah, let me get Wally. So Wally, based on the video and stuff, man, what's your take on that?
Hello. Okay. I don't know what the fuck to say about that video.
Yeah, it was pretty messed up. Yeah, that's why I was like, it's a crazy story.
I mean,
go ahead.
I mean, just listening to it just already seems so very sketchy, because in my head, I'm already thinking to myself, like, don't y'all ever take time with anything?
Thank you. That was my whole thought when I was watching.
Like, I'm like, do y'all take time with anything, like, to really discover people, like, for who they are? Like, okay, this person seems nice, he's doing this, he's a Christian person. Like, what is like there's always telltale signs about people that neither prove to be true or neither prove to be It's like, if this guy is the monster that you're saying, where was the signs that at the beginning? Because apparently you just blindsided. And I'm like, and granted, I'm not saying that no one can be manipulated, but at this point of the game, is like, everyone should know when you walk into something, don't believe the fucking hype.
Thank you.
Don't believe the hype. Look at people just as is. And this is why, man, this whole idea of I gotta get Mr. Top Tier, I gotta get top tier woman. It's like, who cares about none of that? Because all that top tier stuff, break all that down. Let me see who you really is for you. Apparently, all it is nothing but wash up people with false imageries and everything else of that nature, because it is just like, just listening to that is unbearable in itself. Then you hear the next woman coming in talking about that it wasn't even the husband, it was the actual young boy that did all these things. And instead of you putting the young boy in a mental facility to figure out what the frick is going on with him, you try to frame the guy that you were dating, and you try to frame him as the monster, and you be this elegant little victim. See, this type of story right here, ladies and gentlemen, men, stay single. Stay single. That is right there, stay single.
But Wally, man, I like one thing you were saying, man. It's just, it's like, man, because me and my wife were talking about, like relationships, and we know some people. It's like, man, they're jumping into a relationship, and me and my wife was just talking about it. We're like, man, how do people, when you have a kid, especially, like, you should be a little more selective and protective. Where it's like, man, anybody I pull into my life at this point, man, I'm gonna vet you. Like, if it typically takes me about 2 to 3 years to like date somebody before man, it's gonna take me like 5 because I got a kid and I'm gonna make sure I get this right. So, like I said, it's just almost like, man, they're jumping into it like they're dating single and stuff like that. And they, like I said, it's sad because, man, the kids become like third in the pecking order. My wife was like, man, I wouldn't allow nobody around my kid. I was like, man, there's probably a good chance you would never get no date. She was like, man, I'm cool with that. Like, if she was single and stuff, because she was just like, man, I just can't be introducing people to my kids that fast and stuff, and bringing people into my life and stuff. So yeah, it's just, when you see people that are like real, like motherly, nurturing, man, they like the damn Secret Service and stuff. They ain't allowing anybody in there, and I think that's how you need to be. Because I was like thinking the same thing. I'm like, yeah, man, I just couldn't just move in with nobody. First of all, like, I don't care if I ain't have no kid. It's gonna take you about 5 years to like us to even go down that path. So you got additional 2 to 3 years with a kid. And I think that when you don't just jump into stuff and you will let time play out, that's when you actually, people can't manipulate you over time. I think me and you were talking about it, Stan, one time, because I was like, hey, I couldn't get married with nobody unless it took about 5 years. And I was like, man, the reason why is because you can't fake anything for like a long period of time. People ain't that disciplined. They'll be like, damn, this is too long. Let me go find some other sucker or that I can manipulate, because this dude, he ain't biting, So you'll be able to see those like bad patterns, if you just don't jump into shit.
Well, I think this is a different story, right? Because this will be a cautionary tales to any man who is one single, and I like that. That's cool. Who's single and they dating a single mom, because here's a man who took a woman in with 2 children, and then they have a total of, and then they went ahead and he had 3 kids, not knowing or not understanding what's going on with her eldest child. So this is something complete. This is the other spectrum, right? Because this is somebody who's now walking into a family structure that he really don't know what's going on. And
yeah, I think it's like 3 different storylines. I think that's one that you were talking about. The one like me and Wally's like, stop and take your time, like you're saying, like, hey man, the dynamic that you're mentioning.
Yeah. Because that's the thing. Like, because like if you're a guy stepping into a already made family structure, that's in all. I won't say this. Like, people are scared of this, but like everybody would have to go to family therapy because you don't know. Because somebody of a child, the eldest child is pooping in rooms and putting it on walls, not only in your house but in everybody else's house. Like, would he have married her knowing that?
Probably not.
Hell no. Because at that point, you have to say, what is the issue with that, and why are you allowing that to be done?
Yeah, there's some deeper issues. You know, it's like yeah, people doing stuff like that. But let me go ahead and get M3 in there because he was about to give us the story. Sorry about that, M3. I just wanted to get Wally in because I know he was like,
you good. Like almost. No. It's good. Well, before I even go with the story, I think he still would have married her. You know what I mean?
damn, you think so? Like he would have been like,
He just would have been more prepared for this. Yes. So.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah. I don't know. Like this story is like kind of like, I mean, okay, so mine is like, the child doing horrendous acts like towards his siblings, towards stuff on the wall. So again, like there's there was a Latino couple, and the more I'm hearing about like just with single moms and stuff like, and the more I'm kind of like seeing this like based off my own personal observation, man, it's really challenging like to marry like I'm not gonna say all, but like women like that has like kids and stuff because realistically, it's not like your husband gonna come first. It's supposed to come first above everything else, but in reality, your kid's gonna come first.
Yeah.
Because that person that came in your life is not the sole responsibility, sole provider of the seed that was created. It's like a second a secondary roommate. And the reason why, like, where I'm going to get to the story is that, like, the guy, like, married this person I know because of a scarcity mindset. He didn't want no one else to marry her or got tired of other people proposing to her. Again, let her tell the story, right? I think that's BS or whatever, from an average woman. But hey, that's part of the culture, maybe. So you do have a lot of thirsty men out there, right? And they don't have to be Mexican; they could just be all kinds, all shades. So he did it because he didn't want to lose her. Now, the thing is, like, okay, you went from being friends for like 8+ years, you jump into engagement, not even a dating phase. I mean, at this point, you guys already know each other, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. And then within 10 days after the engagement, you jump into marriage. Now, the problem is that the person has his own home, probably a little far. He has his own children, okay, and the woman have her own children. Um, Especially like let's just say like you have children that even have. I'm just going to add this to it. Like if you have children even with special needs, since it seemed like in this case, comparing to what we're reacting to, seemed like the kid really has a lot of mental issues. I really feel bad for the kid and for the other kids too. That guy needs some serious help. But anyways, I'm not. Besides that part, now the thing is, you didn't really come with a plan. You now secure the woman, and now she's your wife. But it's like you're not even like roommates yet. The wife doesn't want to like move out from her place or whatever and to go somewhere that's far. I get it. Your career is really close. I get it. Nobody don't want to travel like 50 miles just, and commute back and forth, especially if you have children. But the mom's like, hey, I ain't going nowhere. My kids don't want to move, ain't going to move out. I ain't trying to move out. He needs to make a decision. Either he comes, move out of his house and his children. I don't know how old his kids are. They look like they could take care of themselves. They look grown, in my opinion, but they live with them. But if you have like daughters, of course, like I ain't gonna be living in my house and let some get piped down by somebody, you know, in my home. I'd be down for that. Look, man, if I was a dad and I don't care, my daughter was like 18 or 20, so I'm not leaving my house and living in my place being vulnerable. You know what I mean? So I probably get that. But the conflict now is like because you have kids on one end, you have your kids on the other end. You can't even be a blended family because it's like two people don't want to really come together.
But also keep in mind what SJ said, right? SJ mentioned like it's not okay to do that because what was it again? SJ, what you said about that?
Yeah, because it's just, you know, man, the kids, man, they already going through enough stuff with the whole divorce, and then it's just like, man, you add in all these other dynamics, you know, because now you like with the say like M3 story, it's just like, man, you got the other siblings you got to adapt to, then you got to adapt to the other parent because it's just like, even though you know they're not your actual parent, you know, they're authority in that house, so you know they're gonna have rules that's established. So it's just like, man, there's like 3 to 4 probably like different major things going on in that household that kid got to adapt to. And then, you know, they still got the whole school element where the peer pressure stuff, you know, if they in high school, junior high and stuff, they facing that dynamic. So a lot of kids, man, they just, you know, it's got to be a lot for them, man. You know, so parents just don't think that out. And so like what even M3 is describing, this is like, man, y'all ain't discuss this stuff, man. When you had that coffee date, this is what you're supposed to be doing, man. Moving attentional, man. It is just like, I think people are so infatuated by like looks or something, are so desperate that they're like, man, I just got to be in a relationship. They're not talking about none of this stuff. Like, hey, man, I see you live over here in this area. Like, I got this house over here. Oh, I'm not moving. And like, well, shit, enjoy that cup of coffee, you know, because this is the last time we're gonna be talking. So this is the stuff like people be needed to talk about. Like, hey, how do you do your finances? How do you where do you go to church at? How you do holidays? Like they don't talk about none of this stuff, man. It's just
Jerk. Just to add into it, right? In this case, right, this is like kind of like looks is not even the fact at this point because
she busted.
Both of them are average people, but one is a great provider.
Oh, okay. So he got the bread. So it's like,
and
yeah. So
yeah, I got a question to ask. In the first video, Isis, the wife of Paloma, now Isis, said that he was a Christian man, a good Christian man. I know it's like, and that's I said what I said. Oh man, the Christians at it again. But in the sense of like we look bad because when Christians are dating, are they being honest and truthful about the dynamics that goes on in their own homes before they go ahead and unite their homes together? Because this is like another, you know, the first one was a possibility that he's Christian, she's not. This one, she's saying that he's Christian, that she got drawn to that. And I wonder, in our faith, are we not responsible for this because we're not taking initiative to not only ask questions but to go ahead and do some research and just wait and you know and just be honest, not loving to take on something that you can't take on. It's, you know what I'm saying, it's like, yo.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Wally, you wanna attack the question first?
What's the question on it?
Well, Stan's kind of, he was asking us like, what was he saying? Is it the Christian people's?
Yeah, like is Christian dating failing relationships? Because if he's supposed to be a Christian, he's supposed to be loving and accepting. But it seems like, yo, like what about boundaries? Was he even allowed to have boundaries? Was he talked out of it? And just accept her for like the 2 kids, the 2 baby daddies, and to have this marriage?
I could jump in there real quick.
Was he
I
allowed?
don't think.
Wally look like he about to jump.
Oh, go ahead, Wally. Go ahead, Wally.
These just questions, Wally. Don't beat him.
You asking, was he allowed to have that? You better believe it. The frick.
There's some churches you're not allowed to have that, and they're right M3.
Not allowed to have what, Stan?
Boundaries.
Wait, you say in some churches you're not allowed to have? Oh,
As the man, yeah, you're not allowed to have boundaries. No.
Nah, the issue with nah, but Stan, the issue with everything, you can't blame Christianity. Because man, I think the issue, and that's why I said, man, a lot of times I think people they just like slapping the label of Christianity on themselves, and you know, it's supposed to be about acts. And that's why I'm saying, like, that's why you're not supposed to just jump into anything based off of like self-centeredness, your desires, and that's what people are doing. And they're just, you know, people like probably been to church probably once out of 5 years, or don't read the word, or really act and live that. So that's why I'm saying you can't even say Christianity. You just got to look at people's actions. So if they're maneuvering like faulty anyways, it's just typically that's what it is. So that's what I'm saying. It's just, you know, anybody could say, hey, I'm a Christian, but it's just like if you just go off, get a chick because she looked good, it's just like that ain't the right thing to do in the first place. So it's just like a lot of bad decisions compound. So it's like, okay, they start off with looks, you know, the female starting off with, I just want the guy for money. Then they just jump into marriage, like,
don't forget
okay,
acceptance, accountability, acceptance.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but the pattern typically what they do, they're just like, okay, man, we jump into the relationship, we start having sex, so now we got, you know, feelings around the sexual aspect of it, and then it's just like, okay, let's get married, and we don't discuss nothing of importance, like I was saying before, like, hey, where do we want to live? How we want to raise the kids? How you discipline your kids? Man, is there any mental stuff going on? Is there any issues? Do they got any health concerns? You know, and people are supposed to be upfront, like you were also asking, Stan, like, you know, if I had a kid that had some stuff, I'm like, hey, man, here's everything. Here's the issues. So you could let them make an informed decision, because they might not be able to handle all that. So I think people are so self-centered. And like I said, with her, she might have been in a state where it's just like, I got to find somebody with some money. I'm struggling. You know what? I'm at this high stuff. Let me pull him in. And the guy, he's just like, he wants a bad looking chick so bad that he's jumping into anything. So that's the issue, man. So, but yeah, you can't blame Christianity because of bad decisions.
And keep in mind, they got 3 kids. They got 3 kids. She gave birth to 3 of his kids, so that's the legacy, right?
Yeah, but it's you know, when you don't court and do all this stuff right, man, you kind of destroy your own legacy.
But can we really court as adults? Like, courting is a 25 and under game, like 25 from 2025.
No, you could court. I mean, because it's just getting out there and getting to know each other, and you know,
I'm laughing at Wally's looks.
You said no, Wally?
I'm laughing at Wally's looks.
No, the fact that he even put an age range on courting. What the world?
You see, Wally, that's what I'm talking about, Wally. Pod pressure, Wally.
Man,
Wally, she only got a few good years left.
About not a damn thing.
But Wally, she only got a few good years left. Wally, she only got a few good years left. She wants to get married now. You stopping her from her happiness.
I almost said something.
Yeah, Wally, I saw it rolling out. I know exactly the word you was about to use.
I almost said something. Lord knows I almost said something. Lord.
Because also one of the most important things, man, I just like hearing people that be talking to me. I'm like, man, you know what? You need to start asking the female how she discipline her kids, man. Like, because that's one of the biggest things that catch people. Because like when they bump heads about like disciplining and respect, that I'm telling you, that's one of the major issues when people like start merging together. So that's why I'm saying you got to go deep. And I do think you probably need to. One of my boys was telling me he went to like marriage counseling up front before they got married, and they forced them to like you know, answer a bunch of questions. They talked about like, you know, sexual relations, religion, like I said, spending holidays, finances. So they had to go through that for like 6 months before they got married. He was like, yo, man, they talked about everything, stuff I ain't even know what to question. So I think people need to probably start considering that, you know, that type of stuff.
Therapy before families or before you marry into a family. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what you say too, SJ, is important. I'll probably have Wally answer this one as well. And M3. Do you think that we can get to the point where people will be okay with just dating socially and not romantically and not looking for financial, just only for companionship, especially when you have families, because you got to make kids a priority.
I was hella loaded, but okay, hold on.
But so, I would say, like, if you have a kid, she has a kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
And nobody's going to move. Maybe you guys should just date, just to date, not to go ahead and try to mesh things in.
Like you're talking about before you get married, right?
Maybe marriage is not on the table. Maybe for the next 10 years, you're just dating.
But see, like,
you got to put the first.
Like, if you already been waiting for at least almost like 10 years, like 8+ years, you already developed that friendship and you already been providing for children and your children your own. I don't know, like I feel like you had ample amount of time. And again, I mean, he probably in this case, it sounded like he had a lot of no's before she settled in and then gave him a yes. But you have ample amount of time to kind of prepare yourself for this. Now, maybe your career, the one that's supplying like your paychecks, is really close to where you're at. And so you probably cannot make that move. But if you're going to like do the whole proposal thing or whatever, she got to be willing to like at least meet you halfway or at least move in.
Or just you personally, like if you have a child right now and she have a child, would you think about like, yo, we can only date, not introduce our kids together because you don't want that nightmare to take place?
Okay. If it was me, I wanna get married to a person like that. Because the thing is, it would be hard for my child. I don't care about hers, but it would be hard for my child. So she wanted to figure out with her own kids. But I will look at like, okay, anything that's going to put me and my kid in a strange situation where my kid is not going to be happy around her or happy with the move, and it's going to affect him or her mentally or emotionally, I'd be okay or just be like, hey, look, I got my own place. You have your own place. If anything, I would try to. This is the tricky part. I would try not to include my kid into my love life like that. Like meaning like, okay, like you will know like at least enough that hey, like, you know, daddy's seeing someone or multiple people. But for a serious relationship, like I wouldn't even put my child like because see, here's the thing. What if we break up? And my child like finds like finds some type of affection for the stepmother or whatever. Now that's not only breaking the stepmother's, I'm sorry, my girlfriend's heart, is breaking my child's heart as well too, because kids, they do get emotionally attached like to the people that you bring around, if they're good people, that is.
Not me. I didn't. I used to call my dad's girlfriends and wives.
Fuck them.
Yeah, I used to call them blankets. Or like, come get your cum rag. Why your cum rag talking to me? I was a mean little stepson.
Yeah, I definitely would have
that. I already know my children will be like that. So
I remember one time my father surprised me and wanted a new wife, and I did not know, and she had a child. They just showed up in the morning and like, surprise, we're married, and this is your new stepbrother. And he came at me. He's like, I always wanted a brother. And I just looked at him. I'm like, you know what? When my father is done fucking your mother, you're out of here. And
that ain't shit. That's what I'm talking about. I would have done the same thing. Like, yeah, whatever, boy. Listen.
And then my father was like, this is why the judge placed you with your mom. I'm like, you got that right, because I did not want to be here with you.
Yeah, I would have went all them like people in my house, all in my space, man. Like, but did Wally actually answer your question?
To answer
okay, go ahead, Wally. What's your?
Wally, would you bring your child in to a relationship with a woman, or will you put the child first?
So you're saying on the casual dating with this woman, like I'm just like we're just
Overall,
just
just
talking.
overall. Like she has children,
Uh,
and her kids are from the old school pork and bean projects area. You have kids, and you doing well, right? But you also have kids. So do you bring them together, or do you say like, look, we could date, but until our kids get grown, we can like look at a serious relationship.
no.
So you move everybody in together.
I wasn't saying that either.
What are you saying?
Look. My thing is this: I'm not doing this whole casual date thing just because we're just dating, or like I would say it like this: if I gotta keep seeing you every single time, even though we're not gonna make nothing serious out of it, then I'm gonna sit here and ask myself, what the frick am I doing? Like we're only really just communicating because, well, okay. I mean, we feel pretty good with each other, whoopty woo, blase blase, however it may be. At that point, I mean, then why don't make something of it?
So you're not gonna put your kids first. So the kids not gonna come first.
Hey, you know how they say when you get married, that's your own family. So the worries of your parents are the worries of your own parents.
Yeah.
Same Respect.
Wally is a hater. I just want y'all to know this is an Afro Latino here for real.
I'm just being honest, like, bro, like there's some things that you got to just do. Like, I'm not sitting here saying, "Oh, don't care about the kids." What I am sitting here saying is, eventually, there's just things that just have to transpire. That's why I'm like, this whole idea of just dating, just to date without like doing anything. No, I'm just not on that. Like, I have to like, okay, why am I wasting my time? Why am I doing this with you? Why? Just for
you
fun?
Like her. You like her.
And oh yeah, I like you, but yeah, I like you, but you know what? I ain't gonna engage myself fully with you. I'm just, we just here for a good time, not for a long time. Hey, how you doing? Okay, yeah, bye.
You don't think she has the capacity to wait? Because we've seen on this panel women wait 20 years or 30 years for
Are we casually dating, or are we just waiting until like these kids grow up and then they do their own thing?
Waiting for them to grow up, go to college, and they're adults and they move out, and then you could come together.
And I'll say this.
That's a Latino thing right there. Yeah, see. That's
no. Look.
Yeah.
Respectfully, I get all that, and I do understand like the psyche of just bringing certain people together. But at this point, if I have to quote unquote wait because one kid, I got one kid, they got one kid, and we don't want to mix that. What that tells me is neither my kid got an issue or neither your kid got an issue, and it just won't mix.
Stan, to your question, I could do it, man. Like separate households. Honestly, I would prefer it because I'll be like, look, we'll just meet up when we meet up. We'll figure out the routine. Like when they go to bed, we gotta be just creeping. But yeah, man, I don't think I can merge, man. I don't got the patience.
I'm
no problem.
Because you know why, SJ? You know why? Unlike M3 and Wally, I know women have the capacity to carry this. Because when you can wait for a man in jail for and you stay faithful and you put money on his books like 40 grand easy. And
you said you're gonna do some role playing like it's Locked Up Rob, like hey, act like I'm doing a bid.
You know what I'm saying? Like you have that capacity. You are loyal and faithful to a man that you cannot see.
Yeah, man.
To me.
But Stan, like what you're saying, it's just because man, all the dynamics. Because I do get what like Wally was saying and stuff. So I do think like, there is that dynamic where he's mentioning. But it's
Look,
just like, man, when you think about like huh?
as I was a former stepchild, I'm going to tell you right now.
Oh yeah, no, I mean I agree with you. I couldn't do it because I'm just like, man, say like a kid says something crazy to you is like, you're not my dad. I'm like, no shit. Like, stop talking to me. You know what I'm saying? So
Imagine me coming to you as my stepmom. I'm saying you nothing but a cum rag, a blanket.
yeah, I'll be up out of there. So that's why I'm saying I'll keep my house. I'm like, man, look, we could date, man. We'll go out, go to dinners and stuff, but it's just like, look, you gotta once the kids move, then hey, we good, man. We'll merge at that point. We still like each other, but yeah, I don't got the patience for all those kids, man. Like I said, I got one. That's my mental capacity. One kid.
But see, this is where like the stepmamas like they really mess things up, right? The whole the whole plan, right? They always want to get married eventually, and they want you to be committed and tie the knot. And then it was like, okay, like here's the thing: it doesn't affect me if you give me an ultimatum. You said rotation?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep a rotation then because you're right. They are gonna be like, oh well, if we don't get married, then I'm like, I'll catch you later. You can't wait, like Stan saying. I'm gonna give you a pound and I'm gonna keep it pushing.
They have that capacity to wait. You wait for that inmate. You can wait for a man that's free.
But M3, you're right though, because they are gonna start applying that pressure. Like, nah, we gotta move in with each other.
They're waiting on the inmates,
right? While also messing around at the same time.
Yeah, they are messing around. He's got points, Stan. You got
the way. Get the title.
As soon as they get that brother that window love, they going right to the club, Stan. They're like, hey, you hang in there. I bought you some. I put some money on the books.
No, we gotta be like the guy who got cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We're in the house inside the car.
Stan gonna get one of them robots though. Stan gonna get a robot.
Got a drone.
But all right, we'll go ahead. We'll jump to the last topic. So, great discussion on this one. I think people gotta start considering the kids, man. So I think that was the major purpose, and people need to stop being selfish, man, and actually take some time. I like what Wally was saying. It's like, man, people just be jumping into stuff like it's a game.
Too. Wally is like, well, we're gonna have to go in a relationship and the kids to get over it.
But I'm saying Wally ain't gonna just jump into it though. Wally was like, look, we're gonna take some time, but like if we eventually get to that point, then he's saying he would merge after he vets them out and stuff. So I get what he's saying.
Well, look, Wally, when you do that, you take family therapy, and she gotta know her role because I'll speak for the stepchildren. We don't like her.
Look,
she ain't my mama.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm gonna be real with you.
Mm-hmm.
My dad already did the typical role of this, like, cause my oldest brother, like, well, not my oldest, but technically my second oldest brother, even though he's the only one I claim, he was a step technically, right? Cause he's from a different dad, which I ended up finding out when I got older. Cause I thought he was from my own father, but yeah. Same thing. But my thing is the reason why I don't believe in that idea of like waiting period is like because it's just that like again, I understand like maybe what kids are back in the days to what it is now, or maybe just overall in general. It's just there's just gotta be a certain tempo of things, like there gotta be a certain like ways of these kids' mental, like you have to be somewhat a little bit just a little bit, even if it's not even your actual parent or whatever it is. There has to be like some grace of just being respectful. Like that's just my thing. Like it's something.
Shout out to you, Wally. I think my stance is built around my self-centeredness. so that's why I just want to be on my own shit. I can't do all the kids. I ain't got the patience, so I'll be snapping on people in the house.
I mean, generally, I wouldn't want to do it either, but
yeah, I feel you though.
And my stance is I'm the stepson that you don't want to put candles and clay around.
Yeah, you the one. I'd be like, I ain't even. I see him over there, ice grilling me in the corner, looking at me all crazy. But like, hell no, I ain't staying over here.
Stuff is floating around the house.
Time I look at a kid, I see him looking at me crazy. I'm like, oh hell nah. Like, let me get up out of here.
Look, I'm just like, look, I have room to love for you, girl, but not your kids.
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh. See,
So you better figure it out, make a plan, and send them back to their daddy.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. But all right, man, we'll go ahead. We'll jump into the last topic. So the last one is Stan, you know, he got us an IG post of a female. She's out here trying to get her an athlete. So let me pull that up.
I just love how you just threw me underneath the bus.
Yep, I sure did. Stan out here hunting. Stan out here. So this is this post right here is from Whoa Vicky. And the message in here is like, hey, I'm a white Christian single woman who's looking for a successful black athlete. Football or basketball is fine with me. Let's have children and be loyal and get married. Any takers?
Yeah,
So Stan, what drew you to this post?
Christianity comes up again.
yeah.
Oh my goodness, we're taking L's as a faith. Oh Lord, help us.
But see that's like I was telling you before, man. People slap the label like, man, this ain't on everybody. People, you know, it's a kind of an individual thing, so I don't think it goes to everybody. But
no, but you know, when you say that, right, there's already a expectation. The expectation is, oh my goodness, she will love me for no matter what. I probably have a past that nobody forgiven me for, and because of that, she'll be accepting and loving, and she wants me, and we're gonna have children.
that's the expectation of a sucker, though.
But see, but that black men or men in general wants to be loved. They want to be loved. And then she wants to have children. Oh my gosh, she wants to have my legacy, not knowing each child is a check. But she's
But real
smart.
quick, let's go down the line real quick. Do you think she's gonna be? Oh, go ahead. What's that?
Real quick, and look at her. She's already giving you that second photo to the right, letting you know this is what your half black child's gonna look like, your daughter. I want you to see, like, I'm tan, so you can see, you know, our mixed babies.
So you said she's giving a visualization, like trying to make okay. But let me go down the line. Do y'all think that she's going to be able to get the successful black athlete, football or basketball? So Stan, yes.
Yes.
Even, what about you, M3?
I bet you Shaq is right now emailing her.
you said Shaq?
Shaq is probably emailing her right now.
All right, M3.
Look, if you look at the comment right there, yeah, she's going to get one. Just as the guy said, Mr. Trey, because athletes are not
That's my guy, too. Trey's like, look, Trey made you mad, and she'll get one because athletes aren't smart. Brittany Renner told y'all the blueprint already. Shout out to Trey, man. So you saying yes, M3? You said she gonna get one?
Oh yeah, she gonna probably get more than one. Probably at least like I'll say around a number of like 3 or 4.
3 or 4. I think her inbox is full. It's probably like 300. She got NBA. I know the Major League Baseball players is like, hey, you want to try some Carmel from Cuba, girls? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like, look what she's in that first photo. She is giving you the work. She is giving you that backside, the booty, and the tatas. You gonna say no to that? There you go, right there. She put that arch.
Hey, so let me get Wally. So Wally, you think she's gonna be able to grab the athlete?
It's like what M3 said, because that was the first message I saw and read, and I'm like, yeah, pretty much.
This message right here, this comment, Sophia 20, she said she put athlete and loyal in the same sentence. She was like, baby Sierra already snatched up the only one.
Oh,
pretty much.
Wow.
And then YK Disha said, believe it or not, she'll have one by tomorrow. Damn. So nobody got no faith in the athletes. No, everybody said the athletes is.
That's the smartest thing she did.
In other words, I need a gullible Negro, right?
To trap with a baby so I can secure the child support bag for 18 years. Damn.
Now that one was smart. She said, why you don't go trap a white man?
Yeah. So like right here, this one says, best believe she gonna get exactly what she wants. Men are easy. So yeah, there's no she gonna definitely get it. I think so too, man. But real quick, if we have to give her a rating, what would you rate her as far as looks? Your visualization of her, you know how Stan always be trying to like twist everything.
She look like a goddamn alien, but I will give her a respectable 6 because she looked like she has like just with her mouth, like her lips and stuff. I can tell it's gonna be comfortable to slide right in between. You know what I mean?
So you said what was it again? A 6?
I'll give her a 6 because
Okay,
I know
okay.
what I could do with that 6.
I give her an 8.
You said an 8, Stan? Okay.
She
Wally.
Her looks. She able to look like a white girl, a black girl, a Hispanic. She's giving you that I can do it. I can pull it all.
Oh hell no, she cannot.
All right, Wally. What's the rating for her?
I give her a 4.
Damn.
A 4?
Yeah, you know why?
Why?
I don't fucking associate with people that make targets.
Oh, okay.
Granted, she may have her preference, but the fact that you have to specifically say successful black athletes, aka in football or basketball, why is that particularly the go-to? Why? Why
Wait, but hold on.
Again, and that's why I say 4.
But hold on. But if she did not, okay.
Beforehand.
But Wally, if she did not say anything about us people around or black athletes or lawyer, whatever, what will you really rate her looks wise?
Okay, without that intangible, 6.
Okay, so she's a 6 to Wally.
Okay. I got her as a 7. So I'll put her up there. Yeah, she cute.
Yeah, you are still going way too high though, but Stan like white women anyway.
Hey, leave my white wife alone. Leave him alone. Leave my white wife alone. I don't want my white ex-girlfriend come after me.
but shout out to Vicky. Vicky probably already on a private jet right now.
Okay.
Picking out a decor for her new mansion.
Oh, she probably what's his name? Club
Jalen
Shay
Green
right now. She probably at Club Shay right now. Next week she's on Cam Newton podcast.
Yeah,
audition to be baby mama number 4. The week after next, she's on Pivot. How she gonna pivot her next move? I mean, the world.
And then after she runs through all them, she gonna be with Nick Cannon.
Oh damn!
No.
Wait, Jerk, how many likes did she receive like from that? Because it was on Instagram, right?
Yeah, let me.
That was like about 1,500K, like 150K.
Damn, I ain't even think about looking at that.
It's around that ballpark.
She got a manager right now. She got a manager. They probably putting her on like on some kind of dating show. Oh, she's gonna do well.
Yeah, she about to get it. Yeah. So let me see. 160,000.
Oh, God.
540 likes.
I was close.
Damn.
But
all right, man.
We're out to Florida right now just for the weekend. Club Shay in LA. Shaq in Canada. And today is and then she gotta go to the Super Bowl.
Wait, so if you were an athlete, right? Will you take her?
Yeah.
Stan ain't shit. Stan ain't shit.
She's looking for me. She looking for me. I hear you looking for me. Here I go. Somebody's like, I'm looking for a black man. Here I go. I'm looking for Afro Latino. Here I go. I'm looking for a Haitian. Here I go. You know what I'm saying? She wants to have kids.
Black men don't have no standards, man.
And she said the magic word, I want to have your babies. I want to have your, and plural too, not baby. She, I want to have all of your babies.
You gonna see Stan with a food truck. Talk about, hey man, times is rough now. She cleaning me out.
Stan, you better not have no kids by her.
That's
But
what
all
she,
right, we'll go ahead. Let's start closing out. So we'll go around. Stan, go ahead, start with your outro.
what's up, everybody? This is Stan. Number one, the first one panel, like, look, you're in a relationship. Please don't be disrespectful to your partner. I know you guys say partner, but I'll say husband and wives, also partner. But like, this is the internet, which is international or even galactical because it gets signals and sent out to the whole world and galaxies.
Man, aliens don't give a rat's ass about that.
Are they like, man, Earth is ghetto? That's like we gotta roll up the windows when we drive through. So be respectful. The second one, look, we gotta start asking questions. You gotta go into therapy together. If you're a single man taking on the family, I'm for you. Or if a single woman taking on the family, a man with family or woman with family, because this is where we are in this world right now. Everybody should be going to family therapy and know what's going on before even a commitment. Like while you girlfriend and boyfriend, yeah, we need to figure things out before we even get into marriage because you got to know what you're getting yourself into in all facets. And number three, she is going to win. Like I said, my homegirl's out there right now getting flew out, not flown, flew, FLEW. She getting flew out everywhere. Cause we know all these brothers in here are thirsty. All of them leading with their money.
That's a fact.
All of them. They straight up, you know what I'm saying? Like SIMP, simp. And you know about me, A. The simp ruled the world, baby. The simp ruled the world.
Damn simps.
How about you, M3?
Yeah, M3 is on you now.
All right, so for the first one, oh my gosh. So I didn't really think it would have been possible, like being married and still being a simp. Because in my head, I'm thinking that okay, once you already lock in with this person, I mean, what else there is to simp? But this person definitely doesn't respect you. You over paralyze this chick. She's already out there talking and getting her back blown out by multiple dudes. Like, probably don't even care if she do it like in front of you. So, but the fact is that she actually literally disrespect you as a man. Please don't be like this type of guy. It's not worth chasing after the booty. Not all booty is good booty. You know what I mean? The second one, excuse me, honestly, like seriously, like it's really sad that the goddamn kid like pretty much ruined their entire family. You know what I mean? But I think that the guy, I don't even know how old the kid is, but obviously that kid definitely needs some psychiatric help, and the mom is really failing to really get that help. And I feel like in these black communities, like when we see like our children struggle, we want to just kind of like brush it off, and we want to come up with an excuse to normalize it. But it's okay, like just admit that your son is far off and he really needs some help. So it's either get the help or lock his ass up into a mental asylum or take him in jail. You have one of those options. The other one, as far as like with and then in addition to that, right? Um, don't be a stepfather. It's going to be hard for you. You know what I mean? And yeah, man. I'm not gonna say stay away from single moms. You do what you do if you want to like deal with her and her many kids, but just know that it's gonna be her kids, not your kids. It's gonna be her kids that's gonna ruin your relationship dynamic because they're like the biggest cock blockers ever. You can control your own kid, but you can't control hers. Fucking bastards. But that you're bastards, okay? I get you, Stan. And then the last one, yeah, she looked like she could suck a mean dick. But that's all I can really say about her, right?
Here we go.
These dumb athletes is definitely going to be DMing her for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Look, SJ, you could bleep me out or whatever. My bad.
No, we good. You was just going in today. But all right, Wally.
So I was in for the first one, but I did see the clip. Man, y'all dudes, y'all gotta stop dealing with these women that don't pay you no mind. Literally, y'all gotta stop paying these women some mind because it ain't no way in hell, bro. They just no way in hell. I mean, the fact that she had 3, I'd have been like, yeah, swipe left. Thank you.
Facts.
Trick. I don't even care if you even had it for one dude. Swipe left. Thank you. No way. No. Because honestly, I would say this. Then this is for me. If I'm dealing with a woman that got kids, I'm gonna be bluntly. This is like a little bit of my psyche at this point. If I deal with a woman with kids, man, I can't even think about you. I'm gonna just look at these kids and question if I even want to deal. That's how I look. That's how I literally look at it. I'm gonna be like, I'm looking at these kids and if I want to deal. Because at the end of the day, you wasn't really thinking. I'm gonna just be bluntly honest. You wasn't thinking shit. You wasn't thinking. You just wasn't. But I'm gonna leave that alone. Second one, ladies and gentlemen. Number 1. This is why you gotta stop listening. This is why we need to stop taking in sap stories at the moment they just get done. Because as we all know, there's one side of the story, there's another side, and there's the final truth. That is a prime example why you don't believe sap stories.
Well, for a minute, I thought you was gonna put your clip on when you heard that story.
I was gonna do it.
I'll mess with you.
Okay. Well, yeah, but just don't believe in sap stories. 2, that kid gotta get checked. 3, that woman gotta get locked up and get sent under the brig.
Facts.
Oh yeah, the brig under. I'm talking about 6 feet deep under the brig. That woman gotta go. Using a child that you know that's out here doing some ish, and then flip the script on the husband for doing it. No, you gotta get locked. You gotta get deep.
But she was protecting her child, Wally. I just did that to get that look from you. I just did that to get the look.
She was doing that to protect her child. It sounded like she was also doing that to protect her, so she can protect herself, so she can get the pockets that would water cash. You ain't protecting ish. An abusing piece of shit.
But all right, I'll go ahead and get mine and we wrap it up. So, like the first one, I knew my husband was a simp clip. Man, stop messing with stuff like that. If she don't like you, don't take it on, man, because this is truly how a lot of females feel when they don't like a guy and they feel like they settled. They might not go on like a podcast and explain it like this, but that inner feeling that they have, that's what that inner feeling that they kind of have with them sounds like. So, man, stop doing it, man. Like, I get it, man. She might be a little bit out your league and you want to show off to your friends. You could pull something, but trust me, if she has that disgust for you, it ain't gonna end well. You know, the I Married a Monster clip. I like what Wally said. That's why a lot of times I'm always a week behind on videos, because I like to, get the full story. Because a lot of times, like I remember what's the one with Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez. Everybody just kind of jumps on the side sometimes, and it's just like, man, when other facts start rolling out, sometimes you could end up looking stupid. So I always let the details play out. I make sure I do a little more research and stuff, look into it, then I attack it. So it's just like, I like what you said with that, Wally. It's just like, hey, man, make sure you capture everything and kind of be somewhat fair, man, because I like what Stanley gave the statements earlier. He was like, hey, man, like, you know, you got to look at it in its whole totality. And then that way you can even give like a better, I'll say, diagnosis of what's going on. And because like there was like 3 or 4 or 5 different, you know, storylines that we kind of massaged out from that, where, you know, I think people do got to pause and, you know, put the kids first. That's the secondary thing. And on the third topic, the chick that's looking for the athletes, she about to win. She gonna cash out. She's probably got like her bank account already set up. Like I said, she probably pull it up to her mansion right now, like looking at decor. So yeah, she ain't dumb. She had 160,000 likes, like Stan said. Shaq probably already like, hey, yeah, like you coming through.
Yeah.
So shout out to her, man. Like
Up Shay Shay, giving her
drop a cash app on knowledge and relationships, so you find us for helping you with some exposure. But all right, y'all, man. Peace. We out of here.
All right, later, everyone.